Welcome, everyone. Okay. I was waiting for the music to start. Okay, so let me check the stream real quick. Audio check always at the beginning. Alright. Alright! So audio is amazing, like usual. Let me just move this for a sec. Alright. Alright. So I'm gonna increase my voice a little more for this stream because so this stream won't be voice acted, but it will be voice acted now because of me. Just kidding. No, but okay, so I've been watching the trials like before I start stream. So anyway, let's go on with the game, shall we? Prepare yourselves for an absolutely crazy trial, because I heard a lot about this game. I mean, this chapter, and yeah, I've heard it's gonna be absolutely insane. So, let's hope we can. Let's do this. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's go then, everyone. Let's hope that I can do all the voices. Oh, we're so much less now. It's painful. So Kokoro was like next to Yoriko there, and I mean, sorry, beside. Hello? Hi. Hello there. Sorry, mic disconnected again. Okay. So Shobai was next to Kokoro and Emma was next to Yoriko. Whoa, well anyway. Then Hajime was next to Sora, I think. But they're gone now. Who died this chapter? Oh yeah, Setsuko. Setsuko was also next to Sora. Ouch. Oh, sorry, I forgot to read that. And like always, nobody said a word. As if it's an unspoken rule, we should remain silent for now. I have no idea what the other students are thinking about in this moment. Or what the Blackened amongst us is scheming right now. Oh jeez. Oh my god. the vibe. So you've come. Now hurry! To your seats! Off with it! Whoa! What's with the rush? Do you have any idea what time it is now? It's already nighttime. It's bad for your health to sleep late. So as your teacher, I'm just trying to save some time.
Do you really think anyone here is worried about their health right now? How can a sane person worry about their health on a life or death situation like this?
Move, hostess girl, and to your seat. We've got no time to waste.
What? What's gotten to you all of
Yoriko, calm down. We all know we can just ignore that guy. Don't tire yourself trying to argue with him, and focus on the trial.
There's already 5 portraits, so there's only 11 of us left?
Someone amongst those 11 will die on the spot. Well, granted that we get the killer right, that is.
Mom, Dad! Sis, stop crying. We need to find the baddie who killed Setsuka.
Setsuka's death must have been painful. To tear a person's body like it's a toy. I cannot forgive such an act. Both Emma and Hajime committed terrible acts as well. But this went too far. We're not dealing with a culprit. We're dealing with a monster. How could you do such a thing to a friend that we bonded with? Bro.
I agree. We could always depend on Setsuka. If I knew this was going to happen to her, I would have tried to get closer to her.
You crying?
Says who?
Everyone. We need everyone's help to find the killer this time. Whatever their objective may have been, they went too far. Let's avenge Setsuka's death. Very well. It seems you're all mentally prepared. So let's start the show. Dead or alive, the third-class trial. I wonder what he thinks of the culprit. He knows who the culprit is, right? You know, Monica. Setsuka. Oh! Okay. The always caring, dependable Setsuka. We would have been doomed if it weren't for her support all this time. I don't know what we're going to do without you from now on, but for now, we will avenge you. You will find the devil who made you suffer so much. Their identity will be revealed here and now. I don't think that was Sora's voice, but it's fine. I'll adjust it. Oh my god! It's just Sora and Shinji now, huh? Huh? The beef in the Popeyes bag? I mean, box. Huh? And my egg, huh? That's it. With everyone preparing themselves, we now stand on the path of life or death. The trial of life or death. The lies of life or death. The betrayals of life or death. Kokoro. The truth of life or death. The excuse of life or death. The trust of life or death. Life or death. Class trial. Let's go, everyone! This is it. This is it, guys. It's the third chapter, which I have not played, so I'm gonna do, I did really bad last chapter, and I knew everything that happened in the second chapter, so I have no idea what's gonna happen in this one. I haven't formed an exact theory yet, but I have some, you know, theories on some of them, you know, so let's hope that, you know, that it'll be just fine. So let's save here for a sec, because I don't want to, you know, go through all that crap again. So I'll save here, and then let's start, everyone! Let's go! Prepare yourselves. Was this place always this huge? I forgot the... hi guys, hello? Sorry, I forgot the problem of the frickin', I forgot the problem with the mic, so hopefully I can still voice them, like, you know. Alright. Okay, so hopefully this will be fine.
Right. 5 have already died. There's only 11 left.
They all left us, one by one. Everyone! We're just starting here, so let's put away our negative thoughts for now. If we don't get a hold of ourselves, we could be very well following the footsteps of those 5. He's right. We need to only focus on finding the culprit. Yeah, about that. I really have no idea this time. Can we really solve the case this time?
It's alright. We have Kanade. She did most of the heavy lifting last time, so for this case...
And what if Kanade's the culprit?
Then I guess it would be the end for us.
What happened to your go happy state, Iroha?
Because Kokoro's already dead. And if it weren't for Kanade last time, we'd all be dead. And if that Kanade's our enemy, then that means we have no brains on our side anymore.
What the heck, Iroha? Iroha, don't be so sure of that until the very end. Don't give up just yet on us, alright? Even if each of us aren't perfect on our own, that's why the trial exists. For us to debate through this together. I couldn't have said it better myself. They say well begun is half done. And I'd say this is one of our better start-offs, so that means... Would you believe it? We're already halfway through! My, that lifts my spirits up. I'll do my very best in this trial as well, huh?
Cutting up is the best you can do for us, so shut it.
Quiet, everyone. Shinji's right. Let's get this thing together and find out the culprit. That's what Setsuka would say if she was here, right?
And our other social butterfly, Hibiki, is in, well, that state.
Don't worry about Sis. She's just a bit shocked. She'll be okay in a while.
Alright, let's start this thing. But as always, finding the place to start is the hardest task.
Mr. or Mrs. Culprit, please raise your hand. I thought it was worth a try.
Well, we should go over the basic outline of the case. Wait! There's something I want to clear up first.
That reminds me
Yuki?
of Tonka.
Tonka? Oh.
Everybody close your eyes.
Well. Yuki? What is it? You all read the monochrome file, right? The file this time is around. The file this time around is honestly very poorly written. I mean, it doesn't even show the time of death.
Did it?
Wait, but didn't Kokoro's case file also hide the time of death from us?
That was because Kokoro's corpse was frozen, making it difficult to determine the exact time of death. In Yori's case, it was clearly different. Except for exceptional cases, it should be given that the time of death should always be shown to us.
Monochrome, care to explain this?
My, am I the one at fault again?
You're clearly hiding important information that is crucial for us to figure out what's going on in this case.
Yoriko, please. There's no needs for such harsh words. The monochrome files aren't your gaming walkthroughs. Sometimes we are forced to leave some details out.
What do you mean by that?
Let me explain. Well, in short, it's for the fairness of the trial. There are two cases where monochrome files leaves out information. First are cases where it is simply impossible to include that information. The prime example being Kokoro's frozen body, making it impossible for us to find the time of death. And the other cases where the missing detail is exactly what the culprit intended. Wait, come again? For example, let's say our culprit used some tricks so he can't easily determine the murder weapon. But then, if the monochrome files say the murder weapon is a knife, all the hard work done by the culprit would go to waste, no? So in these cases, we intentionally leave out information about the murder weapon. Or at least make it very vague.
What? First time I've heard of such a rule.
Because up until now, there was no need for that rule. It's exactly as Mikado said. I almost said Monicado.
Monicado.
This case is such an example of that rule.
How's that fair? You're giving the culprit an edge.
No, not entirely. If they hit the time of death, that means there was a reason to do so by the culprit. In other words, when did Setsuka actually die? We should start from there. Already know. Hopefully we can still provide the, the experience of a trial with our voices. Well.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay, hold on.
Everyone's gonna be eating on top.
When did Setsuka die?
The last time we saw Setsuka in person
Was during the breakfast meeting.
And we found the corpse around 8 in the evening, right? So between morning and evening. Isn't that too long of a gap?
We can't help that. There is no witness who saw Setsuka after breakfast, between when we last saw her and the time of discovery of her death. We just have to randomly search between those timestamps. Is there another way to estimate the time of Setsuka's death? The body was found in a ghost house, so in one way or another, Setsuka must have entered there. If we had some clue related to that, we could probably better estimate Setsuka's time of death. So it's probably the gatehouse record, right? Yeah.
Good to know.
Nope.
The gatehouse records aren't a witness.
Sure.
I
Okay.
think it's just other something.
Is it some monorail tip? The no.
I
No.
think it's just other something.
Which one?
The second something. Okay. So you don't randomly switch those times. What's happening here?
No, that's wrong. I'll do that. Nice. Just okay. No, Nikkei. Perhaps we can narrow that time frame further. There was something that came to me while I was investigating. Setsuka's body was found in the ghost house, right? So by looking at the gate records, we could probably deduce something. Agreed. After all attractions in Satsuki Land require us to input our handbooks. And the gate keeps track of all those records down to every minute.
Wait, the gate does record timestamps, but they don't show whoever it was that entered, so we don't know which out of those records is Setsuka. No, not exactly. Just like Sora said, we can assume the time period that Setsuka died using the gate records.
Kanade.
So you can assume the time range is just from the gate records?
Sora, did you perhaps happen to write down the gate records?
Well, yes, I did.
Now we're talking. Please, everyone, take a look at this. These are the gate records of the ghost house for today.
Wait, Sora, you sure you got everything right? If you, by any chance, got anything wrong, we'll be going on a wild goose chase.
Don't worry, it matches with the real one. I have it perfectly memorized.
If you say so.
Since the timestamps are very crucial to this case, from now, let's all refer to the 24-hour clock to avoid confusion. Now, let's go over them one by one. Now, the most important ones are the ones between 1755 and 1942. These four ID records are These four records at 1958 are when Sora, Shinji, Yuki, and I had found the body. So we can ignore these. Wait, if these are the records for the whole day, then does that mean the first time anyone entered the ghost house today was at 1755? Correct. And somebody else soon followed 2 minutes later. KU5P01. This was probably Setsuka.
How can you tell just by the timestamps? Sorry.
Oh, I see. This ID had no out records. So this must have been Setsuka, who entered the ghost house and was murdered there.
Exactly. In other words, the murder couldn't have happened at any point before 1755, where the ghost house was first used by someone.
Hmm.
Wait, but these four records at 1958 don't have any out records as well. Wait. Yeah, they disable the gate systems when a body is found. I almost dropped the F-bomb on you. Good on you for avoiding that in time.
Me exactly.
Oh no.
So let's see. We can assume that the person who entered at 1755 is the culprit. They somehow managed to call Setsuka to the ghost house and entered before her, and probably ambushed her as soon as she entered.
Yep. So the time of Setsuka's death would be between 1755 and 20, when the body was found. There's a long period of time before anyone else entered the ghost house since Setsuka entered. The culprit probably used this time to dismember Setsuka's body. Dismember? Just thinking about it.
Huh? Wait, what?
something felt a little off just now.
We received a message from Setsuko right before the parade that she had some business to attend. That was when she had gone to the ghost house to meet the culprit.
Wait, isn't something... Wait, something's wrong here! What? Shinji just reminded me by bringing up the chat room. If Setsuko was ambushed from entering the ghost house at 1755, then what's up with that message she sent long after that?
Oh, you mean the one you guys told me about? The devil or whatnot?
That was around 8 in the... 20. What is it? Nothing. I just couldn't help but marvel at your stupidity, Yoriko. What did you say? Didn't we just go over this? Who cares what the screen says about whoever sent the message? Obviously, the culprit stole the handbook from Setsuka to send us that message.
She's right. You can use the fingerprints to turn the handbooks on. You can send as many fake messages as you like. Just like how Emma acted as Kokoro.
Wait, there's something else that's bothering me. If the culprit entered at 1755 and Setsuka at 1757, who's this person that entered at 1924 and left at 1936? That's probably me. Kanade and Iroha should remember that, right? That was when we were searching for Setsuka in Block A.
Oh, you're right. You had gone to the ghost house.
Wait, what? Then shouldn't you have seen the culprit?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, think about it. The culprit, WN2LB7, entered at 1755 and left at 1942. If what Kanade said was true, she'd have stayed inside of the ghost house taking care of the body. So that means the culprit was in there when you entered the ghost house. I think I need water. That's what I was wondering about, Nikkei. If Kanade's reasoning is true, then I should have seen the culprit. The ghost house had a blackout at the time, correct? Maybe you missed them in the darkness. There's no way that could have happened. I searched every corner. And I don't think you can miss someone even in the dark who's cutting up a whole human body.
Sora, are you sure you searched everywhere?
Of course. I know it was dark, but...
No, not then. After the body was found, when you were investigating. The lights were definitely on, so if you searched thoroughly, you should have seen that place, right?
That place? Was there any room for the culprit to hide to take care of the body? Is she talking about that place in the entrance? Yeah, duh.
Obviously.
It's the fireplace.
They were hiding it above the fire.
Yeah, they were like, Are you talking about the folding screen near the entrance? So you're suggesting that the culprit hid behind that?
Exactly.
Hold on.
Okay. I'm sure you've all seen it, but the trail of blood in the ghost house all originates from a large pool of blood behind the folding screen. The culprit moved the folding screen from the wall to create a small room between them. With the ghost house being dark, it would be extremely difficult to figure out there was some room behind it.
So that's where the culprit was playing up Setsuka. But there was a blackout at the ghost house. Would someone really perform such a delicate process in a dark room like that?
That's not really a problem. Only 3 people, Setsuka, the culprit, and Sora entered the ghost house. And all they had to do was finish their job before 1923 when Sora entered the ghost house.
That would also explain the fireplace being put out.
And it doesn't contradict with our parade schedule.
Could someone sort this out for me? I have no idea what's going on. It's simple. The person who entered at 1755 and left at 1942 That person is the culprit. So we should ask for everyone's alibi at that time.
The people who don't have an alibi would be...
Well, we first have to exclude the people that watched the parade. The parade started at 18 and ended a little over 19 o'clock, after all.
And who are those people?
Me, Yuki, Yoriko, Shinji, and Kanade. And Nikkei.
Nikkei? I thought you said you were gonna ask alone.
I was there for article experience. I didn't expect them to be there. And don't try to divide us into separate teams. This is not a time for personal feelings to get involved.
Wait, you brought up me! Iroha? But you weren't with us at the parade.
Well, she did meet up with us right after the parade had ended, so she does have an alibi. The culprit left the ghost house at 1942, so she couldn't have been the culprit.
Thank goodness.
So the ones who weren't there are...
Mikado, Teruya, Shobai, and Sis. So the culprit is amongst these four?
Well then, we don't even have to think about this. It's either Mikado or Shobai.
Shinji, man, stop.
Wait, we do have to think morally about this, bro! Please don't recklessly act by your emotions!
What? Yuki, did you call me reckless? You are... definitely right. I shouldn't act by my emotions.
Alright, enough chit-chat over there. You four, one by one, tell us what you were doing between 1755 and 1942.
Mikado, Teruya, Shobai, and Hibiki. It's true that these four without any alibis are the most suspicious here. Let's hear what they have to say. I don't need another... Oh, what? Crap. Okay.
I just failed. No.
Why is it so, non-HD? And then it just goes clear. Okay, what was it?
What? I was simply raising my IP in my room.
What's the...
We're serious here, you scum, huh?
What's the
I
button?
was at the mart, doing my item checkup.
What's the button for checking the
I
evidence?
don't have any proof though, I forgot.
Crap, I forgot.
Sis, where were you all day? Don't know. I really don't. I didn't go anywhere today.
It's not escape, right?
No.
Shobai, it's your turn! Library. Reading books.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Whoa, he's not sleeping for once.
Oh god.
If I were to follow Kanade's reasoning, there is definitely a suspicious person out of these four. Oh yeah, Iroha. There must be someone here that is lying. Let's go over them one by one. Okay, it's Iroha's account. No, that's wrong. Okay. The cats. Yay! Okay, save game. And continue the trial. Hibiki, wait. So you're telling me that you didn't go anywhere today? Then how do you explain the existence of a witness seeing you enter the ghost house?
What?
Iroha said she saw you there, right, Iroha?
Oh yeah, I saw her a little bit after 18 o'clock, as I was going to the Mirror Mansion after receiving a message from Setsuka. Wait, 1755? That matches with the timestamp on the gate! That was when I saw her! I'm sure of it!
What? Hibiki entered the ghost house at 1755? Are you sure about that, Iroha?
I'm positive! It was definitely Hibiki! She wandered around until finally entering that place.
What are you talking about? I never entered there!
I never went there!
She's crying. Perhaps Aroha mistook someone else for Hibiki? She is an idiot after all.
Hear that from the likes of you? Iroha's account has some validity, though. Part of her account was already told to us by her even before the crime happened. That she was supposed to meet with Setsuka at the Mirror Mansion at 6.
Considering both from a location and time standpoint, it does sound persuasive.
Then, does this mean...
He's the culprit.
What? Why am I the culprit? No, I'm not! I don't remember anything. I just can't recall anything. I'm scared. Asuka, help me. Sis, wake up. Setsuka's not here anymore. I know I'm the one who caused this, but maybe we should think about this a bit more. Hibiki's been tired ever since yesterday's motive reveal, and to make things worse, Setsuka is no longer with us to comfort her. I'm not saying that my account is false, but the trial has just started, and I can't help but feel bad for Hibiki. You got a point, but
you can't see the gate records. The crime did happen in the ghost house. And by the gate records, the person who entered at 1755 is the culprit. And Hibiki is that person.
Oh, Hibiki. If you're really innocent, answer us. What were you doing at that time?
I don't know. I can't remember. I just can't.
My. It seems like we have a total ability on our hand.
Well, I think we're pretty much done here. As Yuki said, the gates records are decisive evidence. She probably didn't expect her trails to be caught by the gate record.
The goat records are the enemy of the
There's
all.
no doubt that she's the culprit.
But don't you think she's acting a bit weird if she's the culprit?
Kanade, what do you think about this? She's your family. Do you think she's the culprit?
To be honest, I figured this would happen since the investigation. What do you mean? Sis was always like that. The more she is cornered, the more she reverts back to her childlike manner. And if that was brought to its extreme, she loses her memory.
What kind of nonsense is that?
It's something that I only knew. When her puppy that she raised when she was young died, when her best friend was severely injured after falling down the stairs, when some of the melody rhythm staff went missing. And so it repeats today as well. You all saw it, right? Sis being frozen like a lifeless puppet. I suspected this from her immediate state back at the trial entrance. I don't know anything!
In other words, Hibiki did indeed murder Setsuka, but she herself doesn't recall it?
That is indeed a possibility. Doesn't all this sound too unrealistic?
It does sound like nonsense, but Hibiki's state ever since yesterday's motive reveal was extremely unnatural. It might actually be true.
Wait, Kanade, isn't that a contradiction? Hibiki being mentally unstable, killing the only person who is keeping her sane? It doesn't make sense.
If Sis really is the culprit, then I might have an idea on why she killed Setsuka.
And why is that?
Each of Setsuka's body parts were laid on each pillar at the altar, right? Right? Did anyone take a glance at the signpost in front of the altar?
Sacrifice your precious one, then the devil will be incarnated in front of you to grant your wishes. Or something along those lines? You don't say.
Yep, Setsuka was someone precious to Sis. She killed and butchered Setsuka, all to grant her wish. What kind of nonsense is that? That's just a made-up gimmick of an attraction. You're telling me she actually believed that? She wasn't herself the moment she saw the motive video. She was an idiot to begin with, but she was driven to a state where she couldn't tell apart fiction from reality.
What kind of wish could have been? She wanted it so badly, even if it cost her her precious friend.
Our parents had died.
What?
I know this because our motive videos had been the exact same. Our parents have been ambushed and killed. That was our motive video.
So, yours was like mine. Then, Hibiki wanted to save her parents? Hibiki, in her weakened mind, might have tried to grant her wish through sacrificing Setsuka, a precious friend to her.
The trial hasn't ended yet, nor has the culprit been confirmed. But I at least know what my sister is like, and this is all based on that. Whatever happened, the fact that my sister's the most suspicious one here is inevitably true. I want to go home! Mom, Dad, Suka, help me! No, I don't want this!
She broke down!
Kanade, do something! We can't do anything right now if she's like that! Try to console her, like you usually do! It's useless. Nothing would calm Sis down now. And at this point, it's almost been confirmed that she's the culprit.
How can you be so calm about this? She's your family!
I mean, I can't help it. She tried to survive and escape this place alone. Poor little sis. I feel so bad for you. So adorable. What the heck? Hibiki, don't just cry over here and say something. Did you really kill Setsuka? Try to remember. I don't know. I want to go home.
Yoriko, I'll try to talk with her.
Sora.
Kanade, Jesus! Is Hibiki... I hate... Is Hibiki really the culprit? Even if the gate records are decisive evidence, isn't it enough to decide the culprit on its own? If she really is the culprit, there must be something more than this. I should present that to her, memoryless or not, so that the truth that everyone can accept will surface. What's this again? Wait, what? Already? Terminate talk shooting?
Oh. Wait, what?
Oh my god, what? Okay. Crap, I forgot.
Should I help? What's the reload?
It's shift. Help! Bro!
I'm sorry.
I suck! Ah, this is so hard!
There's so many.
I know, right?
Why does it have to freeze you when you reload?
I know, right? Oh, crap. I suck!
I'm sorry.
Yeah! Finally. But I'm almost dead. Ah!
Yep. Ah. Ah, I keep shooting wrong. You shouldn't reload when it's at 0.
Why?
Because it's gonna take long.
But either way.
Ack. You do it.
I don't know if I can. This looks chaotic.
What the? Yeah.
What the heck?
Oh, sorry. I forgot. You have to go to the blue ones first, because they take the most.
Do they hurt the most?
I don't know.
Ah. Ah. Bruh.
I know, right? It's so stressful.
What?
Sorry.
Bruh.
Sorry.
Bruh! Why are you reloading so quickly?
Because there's not enough!
Ah. These controls are wacky.
Why? It's just 4. I'm sorry.
I can't press it for 1 more millisecond.
Where? Crap. How are you supposed to do this? Oh shoot, sorry.
I keep... Ah, shoot.
Ugh, how are you supposed to do this? Why is it so hard? What is that?
That's so creepy.
I know, right?
What the
Ack.
heck? Okay, I just need to not overshoot.
Yeah, that's...
Well,
What?
great start.
Don't hit the block here.
Why is it 6 bullet?
Alright. Maybe we should have gotten the 9.
Yeah.
If I knew this was gonna happen, I would have got the 9.
Oh my god. I'm so confused with the colors.
The blue is the...
I know, but I'm just shuffling them around in my head. Bruh.
Okay, we have more health than last time.
No. Why can't you just reload 1 bullet?
I know, right? Oh, oops, sorry. Tyra!
There's so much.
Meh.
Go.
Oh, sorry.
1, 2, 3. What the heck?
How are you supposed to get past this without dying? Oh, why is that so many? What the heck?
Ah,
Why are there so many?
there's so many.
What are we supposed to do with that?
Yeah. Try reloading every time I get hit 0.
Okay.
Ah.
Sorry, I panicked.
Oh, shoot. Ah. That's so stupid.
Okay, that was faster.
Oh shoot, I messed up.
I'm sorry.
I can't do that, there's so many 2s. Ah. Oh my god. Why does it have to be green?
I know, right? Sorry, I panicked.
Shoot, wrong one. I'm colorblind.
Ah!
Okay.
Finally, okay. Hairpin dropped.
Dropped hairpin.
Ah, crap, sorry.
Okay, do this quick.
Hurry! Ah!
Why?
Why? Ah. Did I not click dropped?
Hairpin drop.
Okay, but it was working. Sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry, fine.
Shoot, I don't know what to... I forgot the colors. heck is this? Optimus stuff. What's happening? my buttons are mixing up. I guess I just have to go for the trees. Oops.
The heck?
Come on, just one more. There.
Oh. You do it. Hairpin dropped at the ghost sound. Dropped hairpin at the. Sorry.
I don't know. It's impossible.
I
This
know,
is
right?
impossible.
It's impossible. The heck? How did you go through this? Okay. So it's dropped hairpin. Okay. Owie.
Bruh. Whoever made this move
I know, right?
needs to think more.
Sorry.
Oh, whoops, sorry, I thought I had less. Ah.
There. Oh, sorry.
If I only had 7 bullets.
Don't hit the block. Look, we're stuck.
I wasn't gonna.
Oh.
The blanks are not in my head right now.
Mhm.
The blacks, I mean.
The black in this one.
Because
How did Weeby do this? By herself.
maybe she had Setsuka.
Huh?
Maybe she had Setsuka.
That's okay? Wait.
The 9 bullets.
Oh.
What?
Wait, what? Oh. Ow.
You literally have to do this perfectly, otherwise you die.
Yeah.
I'm getting every color shuffled again.
Sorry.
Four.
What the heck?
Oh my god. I keep trying to get this one. Not screw that.
Why is it so fast as well?
I know, right? Ah! Why did the black one suddenly appear? Ah.
Ah!
Did you see
Screw
that?
you, Hibiki. What?
Did you see the green turn into black immediately?
What? I didn't see because I was focused on this here. Well, but sometimes I get too confused and press that one. Oh, sorry.
What's that like?
Huh? Sorry.
Bruh. Oh my god. I'm over. Can we-
Oh, sorry. My mind blanked out.
Oh my god.
What?
We were reloading and we got killed instantly. This game doesn't make any sense.
If there's a lot of yellow, you should focus on that.
Oh my god, what the heck's happening?
Sorry.
What? Where is it? Why is it making me zoom sometimes? Ah!
He beat you up. What the
Oh my god, what the heck is happening?
Ow! It was possible a while ago. Owie.
Oh my god. What the heck?
Oh, you did much better there. Okay. Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay.
Oh my god, what am I doing?
Okay.
What is it?
Dropped hairpin at the ghost house. Finally! Hey, Beekeep man.
I hate you.
Apologies for that, guys.
This is why it was 8 hours for Weeby.
Huh? Maybe that's why she had 2 parts.
The first part was Hibiki.
Hibiki, there's decisive evidence that you went to the ghost house when the announcement for the class trial was made. I found and returned your hairpin that was dropped on the ground. You're not going to say that you don't even remember that as well, right? Huh?
What are you talking about, Sora?
Hibiki's hairpin was dropped on the ground at the altar. At that time, I didn't think much of it and returned it to her immediately.
Wait, what? Sora, you found Sis's hairpin at the ghost house?
Oh, I see. Sorry. Sora's the one who tied Hibiki's hair back up during the investigation. Wait, that's crucial evidence. Why didn't you mention this before?
I didn't think that she'd be the culprit at that time. And I just thought that she had dropped it somehow right then and there.
Hibiki's hair was untied when Setsuka's body was found, right? But the Hibiki I saw entering the ghost house at 1755, she had her hair tied up.
So that would mean that she got hair untied. She got her hair untied during some business in the ghost house?
Wait, but could she have... But how she could not notice her hair being untied? And this all feels too forced. For the culprit to leave her belongings so easily to find at the crime scene.
Too forced? Are you implying that someone might have tried to frame Hibiki?
I agree that this result is a bit sloppy. Too many unanswered questions. But forced or not, there is an undeniable truth here. That this hairpin was dropped at some point in the ghost house. That my sister had entered the ghost house today. Memoryless or not, she definitely entered that place. But according to the gate records and excluding Setsuka and Sora, there is only one person who entered the ghost house, and that person is the culprit. Thanks to Iroha's account, we have proved that Sis entered the ghost house. The hairpin evidence confirms this.
That is quite undeniable indeed.
I don't know. I really don't remember anything. Anyone, please help. Right, Kanade's here for me. Kanade, help. I only have Kanade. Kanade's always by my side. Kanade, help. Wake up, Hibiki. No one's at your side right now. There's no mom or dad, no Suka or whatever. There's nobody to help you right now. Stop being such a crybaby and admit it. There's too much evidence pointing to you as the culprit. Kanade. I don't want to do this either, sis. But with the hairpin and everything, even I can't cover for you anymore. You killed Setsuka. Me? I killed Suka? Why? Did I? Really? By those words, are you admitting that you did? You did it?
What if Kanade said is
If what
Kanade said is true, Hibiki should have no memory of that. That is why she's acting like this. If we could explain what happened in this case with reason, maybe she'd be able to remember her crimes. And admit to it. Wait, if that's true, then Hibiki herself doesn't even know what she did. Can we really vote someone with that much uncertainty?
A class trial should be run with the given evidence as the basis. If the suspect pointed by evidence logically refutes, and there is no contradiction in that, we would need to find another possibility. But sis didn't refute anything. There's really no other evidence to prove her innocence either. I might have killed her. I don't have any memory ever since this morning. Maybe with the motive and all, I might have killed Tsuka, like Kanade said. No! Sis. I guess this is the end, right? Well, this feels like it ended too quickly. To do such horrible things to Setsuka, only to get caught this easily just by the gate records?
Well, Kanade is smart, after all. She did single-handedly solve the last trial as well.
Well, that was easier than I expected.
Why'd you do it, sis? Why would you kill someone? Was it really because you wanted to grant some wish? I don't know! Kanade, what should I do? I'm scared! I can't remember anything! Am I going to die?
Is this really the end? Nah, because there's still like, I don't know how many hours left. From the investigation, I expected this case to be much tougher. But she got caught already? I feel like I should object. But there is too much evidence backing her into a corner that I don't know what to say.
Is it already over?
Wait! We should think this through once more.
I think Hibiki's the culprit. I just want to get out of this place. This is too much.
I don't know about that. I do agree that Hibiki is almost certainly the culprit. But this ended too abruptly. Well, it seems like you're unsure about this. I'll ask you once more. Have you chosen Hibiki as the culprit? Can I take this silence as a yes? Well, what are we going to do then? Hibiki herself admitted it. I don't know what to do anymore. Let's just end this. Very well. I feel like as exhausted as you do, but I guess this is one way to end this. Now then, everyone.
What?
Vote for the culprit with the switch in front of you.
Huh?
Will that answer be the truth, or not?
Huh?
Now.
What the? Shobai?
Unbelievable. How the hell did you guys even survive 2 of these? Shut up and listen to me. I'm running this trial now. I need more than 9 lives if I left this up to you.
The heck? Shobai! Wow. Nah, I already know.
We have like a dozen mysteries. Oh my god, I can't read this.
Ow. Ow. How am I supposed to dodge that?
How am I supposed to read this?
Yeah, I have no idea what he's saying. Ow! Okay. Wait, what did he say?
I can't read it.
No!
I tried. Okay, let me try reading it.
Okay.
We have like a dozen mysteries unsolved. Let's end the trial now. I had my precious time. As you said it yourself, this place with the body was found isn't necessary. Did your brains evolve or something? Explain to me. How is this case any different? The ghost house has an ID without records. How is the girl killed? Is there a serious waste of... Oh, I'm supposed to read that.
Wait, what is it?
Wait.
Polgate?
Yeah, sorry. No.
Okay.
Yeah,
We really need a voice there.
My explanation was perfect.
I know, right?
I voiced it perfectly.
I told him I'm gonna do horrible in this trial. Okay.
Well, it's not your fault in that case. No voiceover for that.
Yeah.
What is up with you? always carried by us, and now you're suddenly here to run things?
Careful! He might be trying to distract us.
The the pool gate record.
What's the goat?
Sorry. I don't know why. Sora? Wait. The reason we focused on the ghost house was because Setsuka's body was found there. And the gate records had an ID without an out record, right? So, there is another attraction with an ID that has no out records.
Huh? Really?
It's the pool. Everyone, please look at this. These are the pool gate records for today that I've taken notes of.
Huh, you're right. The person who entered at 1724, NU30D2, has no out records.
What's going on?
Well, that's weird. There was no one there when I went there.
Oh, so the person that entered at 1910 and left at 1915 was you, when we were searching for Setsuka, right?
Yeah, I went straight to the pool as soon as I entered Block C. But according to these records, shouldn't there have been someone when I investigated there? But I don't remember seeing anybody.
Well, there was an ID with an out record at the ghost house, even when I didn't find anyone at the ghost house, remember? There could have been a hidden space in the pool like the ghost house. Or... Anyways, it's true that the pool also had an ID without an out record. So this is something we shouldn't just gloss over. Oh my god. What if they were in the pool? Sorry, I knew it was suspicious, but Hibiki's reaction was so convincing that
Huh, so you knew about this. Have you lost your mind? You knew this and let these idiots choose that brat as the culprit?
I could say the same about you. Why are you suddenly helping us?
She's right. You always made fun of us.
You know, I'm a guy who tries to live his life as efficiently as possible. I cannot allow any damages or any loss of resources with every action. If a problem can't be solved without my effort, why even bother? But look what happened here when I left this in your hand. We're about to fail the trial, and you're going to cost me my life. All of my efficient philosophies are worthless when I'm dead, right? My own life is more important than any. So what? How can we believe you?
Shinji, wait. Let's just let him do whatever he wants to do. Are you sure we'll be alright? Shobai is literally it's the literal definition of self-centered. He only cares about himself. For him to act like this probably means that we're wrong. To be honest, I felt that something was wrong even before Shobai brought it up.
Shobai, by us failing the trial, are you implying that Hibiki's not actually the culprit? Of course. Why the hell would I be talking like this if I wasn't? Be grateful. You all were just saved from certain doom. But don't worry. We can all pay up big time after this is over.
What's up with that attitude? You think you're smart? Arkanade is much smarter than you.
And the smartest girl here didn't even check the gate records of other attractions? Yeah, we're even more tinker than I thought.
The pool gate records? Of course I checked them.
And yet you didn't object to all this?
Whether the pool has an out record or not, the body was still found in the ghost house. Isn't it natural procedure to focus on the crime scene where the body was found?
That reminds me.
What?
I'm terribly sorry for interrupting, but I mentioned this to Sora, right? That the pool today was closed during the daytime. Does that have anything to do with?
What do you mean by that, bro?
Well, around 12 in the daytime or so, I went to the pool to take a break and work myself out. But it was sanitation time, so I ended up just coming back empty-handed.
Pool sanitation time?
There was a small sign in front of it. It said not to enter, and if you did, you will be punished by the school rules.
Wait, I never heard about that.
I guess I forgot to
What?
mention this, but the pool in Satsuki Land goes into sanitation once every week. Satsuki
Why didn't you mention this earlier?
Because it's Satsuki Land, not
What?
Satsuki
No,
Land.
Mom.
Yeah, because it's Satsuki Land, not Satsuki Land. During this time, all the water in the pool is drained, and there are a lot of chemicals involved. So we keep everyone out. If I don't mention the violating the rule part, someone might just barge in and get in danger.
Well, I guess no one would risk their lives to enter there.
But that's most confusing. I recall that today was not the day for pool sanitation. I shouldn't say this. A teacher should stay out of a class trial.
What?
Let's get rid of it.
Why is the rice hard again? Alright.
What? So that means there was a picket even though it wasn't full sanitation time?
Now do you get it? That was put there by the culprit. Why do such a thing? Simple. They had some very important business in the pool that required nobody coming in. I had the theory with the message, like, they could have killed Setsuka, like, way before 9:15. Sorry, wait. Yeah, 17:55. Like, maybe Setsuka was actually killed before that time. But then it would still, broaden it would still, like, widen the gap time from 8 to 20. So that would be weird, In other words, Setsuka didn't die at the ghost house, but rather at the pool. Is that what you're trying to say, Shobai? Yeah, you were all wrong, and that girl's been spouting nonsense. Shobai, wait. I understand that the pool also had an ID without an out record, but that alone doesn't disprove that the ghost house isn't the possible place where Setsuka died. What do you mean? He's saying that Setsuka could have died in either places, but Setsuka couldn't have been in two different places at the same time. Shut up. I'm going to explain why the murder couldn't have happened inside the ghost house. You, albino. Pull out the gate records of the ghost house again. Don't order me around. Though, I will show the records. So by your little theory, the person who went out at 1757 is Setsuka Chiyabukuro, right? Sorry. Because only that ID has no out record. And the WN whatever, who entered in 1755 and left at 1942 is the culprit. So that would mean that at least up until 1757, Setsuka Chiyabukuro was alive. The culprit left at 1942, so she had at most 1 hour and 45 minutes to do everything she needed to do. What about that? Idiots. You think that time is enough to chop up someone like that?
Well, we never tried it ourselves, so...
Let me tell you ignorant brats something. It's impossible. You'd need at least 1 more hour. Especially with a case like this. What do you mean? I looked into the corpse. The edges were trimmed off extremely clean. They didn't just cut it. They stitched it up so the insides wouldn't flow out. Whatever it is, it wasn't their first try. It was a work of a pro amongst pros, I'd say. As if there was such a disgusting professional amongst us. If there was, that'd be you. You're a criminal, right? You even stabbed Sora without hesitation on the first day here. Well, I guess I could do it. That's all the more reason I can guarantee this. There is no way someone can manage such a task in less than 2 hours, even for a professional.
If anyone else said that, it would have sounded like nonsense. But coming from Shobai, a criminal on active duty, my, do you know how to persuade someone? Well, I entirely agree with you. It should be tough with just the dismemberment, but the crime doesn't end there. The culprit needs to carefully put each body part on a pillar, create some room behind the folding screens, and in case someone enters, turns off all sources of light.
And in fact, Sora did enter there.
And turning off the lights is the final step. You can't dismember a body under no light. Since it's impossible to predict whenever who will enter, they would need to be given a lot of time before they finally turn off the lights. By doing all that in 1 hour and 45 minutes? Well, does it look possible now? It certainly does feel impossible, even excluding the dismemberment. And most importantly, blood traces were found, but no pieces of flesh were found in the ghost house.
They could have somehow taken care of the flesh parts.
Hello? Have you been listening with your only half an ear? I said that she had to take care of the insides. There needs to be cut off flesh ends lying somewhere around, which the ghost house didn't have. Now, if it was the pool, you could get rid of the flesh and blood just by drowning them in the drain.
If the killer didn't cut the body in the ghost house, then what was up with all that blood?
Right. I thought it would be natural to have that much blood lying around if Setsuka's body was cut off in that place. If the killing didn't happen in the ghost house, then, as Yoriko said, it would make sense for there to be trails of blood there. And considering its large quantity, it would be wrong to assume that it would be spilt blood from moving the body around. So that blood is... the blood packs. Maybe the blood isn't from Setsuka, but from the blood packs at the infirmary.
The blood packs from the infirmary? But we don't have any proof that anybody used them.
Wait, I know. I saw them disappear. I told this to Sora, right? All the blood packs had disappeared just this morning. Yes, because of Terria's account, this is a sure possibility.
Oh, wait, you even checked the infirmary items?
I believed that this was something only I could do, so I was going to try and cover as much ground as possible. Teruya, if you had noticed the blood packs being taken, you should have at least told us that. Do you really not trust us that much? Huh? Wait, did something happen between you guys?
We can talk about this later. That isn't the focus right now.
What do you think, Shobai? What do you mean, what do I think? Of course that's what happened. Though I didn't expect there to be a freak here that keeps record of all that. There were a bunch of empty blood packs thrown away near the ghost house. All the blood in the ghost house is fake. A small performance by the culprit.
But why go through the hassle of...
To divert our attention to the ghost house. And sure enough, we all were focused on the ghost house until Shobai stood up. Like Shobai said, even when we went over last time, and about the fact that the place the body was found isn't necessarily the place the person was killed, the shock factor of the scenery of the ghost house was enough for us to gloss over that.
If they had put in that much effort into the ghost house, to make us think that the ghost house was where Setsuka was killed, it means that the actual crime happened at the pool, not at the ghost house. Uh-huh. It was a trick by the culprit to make you not even think twice about any place other than the ghost house. But to use all those blood packs, what if someone needs a blood transfer or something? There was no need to worry about that. I'll make sure to replenish the stock after the trial.
There's still more?
Well, the amount of blood used was a lot less than the actual amount of blood packs used. Well, the amount of blood used was a lot less than the actual amount of blood packs taken. You call that a lot less? Let's just leave that at that for now. Maybe they miscalculated the amount of blood then needed.
The important part is that the crime happened at the pool. You all got that part, right? Well, the only attractions that had IDs with no out records were the ghost house and the pool. And we just discussed the fact that the ghost house couldn't have been the place where Setsuka died. If you guys had something called brains, maybe I wouldn't be doing this much work.
When did Shobai become the MVP of this trial?
That thing is smart, after all. Probably even more so than Kanade. It's so unfortunate it only uses it for selfish gains. I forgot how she laughed. You were outside?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Kanade? What's wrong? I've been listening to you all this time, but you're quite the comedian, aren't you? All these contradictions, yet you stick to your delusions. Well, sure, let's just assume that the ghost house wasn't the place where Setsuka died. Then what about the pool? Are you saying that the pool is a possible place? Is it not? Sora, the pool gate records.
Sorry?
The pool gate records. Show them to me.
Alright.
Even Sora's scared.
I know.
We can ignore the last two records made by Yoriko when we were searching for Setsuka. Let's take a look at the ones before them. Whether it's the pool or the ghost house, there is an ID without an out record, and that's Setsuka. We're all on the same page about that, right? Then Setsuka's ID should be the one that entered at 1724 and NU30D2.
Yep.
If you look at the gate records here, two IDs entered at 844 and 845, and left at 922 and 954, respectively. In other words, there was no one at the pool between 954 till 1254. And we only have one suspect left, CN9FU3, who entered at 1254. If Setsuka died at the pool, the person with this ID must be the culprit, right?
I guess so. What about that?
Shobai said the ghost house wasn't a possible suspect, as there wasn't enough time for the culprit. But our suspect at the pool, CN9FU3, left only 1 minute after Setsuka had entered. What?
Oh my god. Setsuka.
Now a quote from your own words, Shobai. Idiots. Do you think that time is enough to chop up someone like that? About 2 hours? Maybe 1 minute? Even if Setsuka died up immediately upon entering, it would be impossible.
But by that logic, it is impossible for both the ghost house and the pool to be the crime scene? Wait. Even if the pool is where Setsuka died, we found the body at the ghost house. Couldn't they just kill Setsuka at 1724 and immediately leave with the body?
I see. After all, what do gates matter to a dead body?
So you're saying that the culprit somehow took care of the crime scene at the pool and left at 1754, carrying Setsuka's dead body to the ghost house?
If the pool is the place, then this is the only way the culprit could have...
I'm sorry to inform you, but that is also impossible. Oops.
How come?
The pool is at Block C, while the ghost house is at Block A. They are completely opposite sides of the park. Do you think anyone could walk that distance without getting caught? Carrying a dead body of all things? By your theory, the culprit needs to leave immediately after killing Setsuka, leaving no time for cutting up the body. Then we're back at the start. Even if you somehow cheesed it and made it to the ghost house, it will be too late if you start the dismemberment then.
Then what? Where did Setsuka die and how did she end up like that? This seems theoretically impossible.
Well, I admit that my first theory was debunked by Shobai. That means we have to start from square one.
No need for that. The crime is still possible even if we assume that Setsuka Chiabukura died in the pool.
Really? Now, what nonsense are you on about? There is a clear contradiction here.
Bull, Tinker. It's all possible if there's an accomplice.
An accomplice?
Shobai, you might not know this since you are always sleeping, but accomplices cannot exist. Even if there is an accomplice who helped the real culprit, only one person can win and escape. There are no benefits to becoming an accomplice.
Shut up and just listen to me. Well, the older sis from the twins that you guys suspected? Yeah, she's definitely not the blackened. That's for sure. But she did enter the ghost house and left the hairpin there, so it's hard to say that she isn't unrelated to this case.
So you're saying that my sis is an accomplice? Wait, what's that supposed to mean?
You said it yourself. You don't have any memory, and you lose memory when you're in a pitch. An accomplice who helped the crime, but lost the memory of doing so. Don't you think that's too good of an opportunity to miss? What are you trying to say? By my theory, the real culprit used their twin sis in their own crimes. Give her a big mental shock or two, then use her as an accomplice. Once the deed is done, her memory will disappear, concealing the existence of the accomplice. Wait. Oh. What was that? Oh, okay. Idea of the scene.
Wait, Shobai. But that raises some question. If that's true, then the culprit needs to know the fact that Hibiki loses her memory if she receives a mental shock. Well, duh. That's why the person who knows that is the real culprit.
Someone who knew about Hibiki's secret used her as an accomplice? Wait, the only person who readily knew that fact was...
No, not the guy.
What did she say there? Sorry. The only person who already knew Hibiki's tendency to lose her memories is you, Kanade Otonokoji.
Ironic, ain't it? You're the one who revealed that fact. Congrats, you scored an own goal. Kanade Otonokoji. She's the one who did it.
Wait a minute! Kanade's the culprit?
What, you got a problem with that?
Well, not exactly, but she helped us throughout the last trial as well.
By that logic, Emma also helped out during Yuri's case as well. Wait, not everything has been confirmed yet. And we can't be sure whether there was an accomplice or not.
Shobai, why do you think that these two are the culprit? I mean, I know I did the trial by myself because we were about to die if I didn't. But even so, you sure keep your brains only as decorations, don't you?
The reason why Shobai is so fixed on Kanade being the culprit. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Well, there are a lot of reasons to suspect. But first was the state of the corpse.
The state of the corpse? The dismembered corpse, you mean?
What do you think was the cause of death? Huh? I thought it was dismemberment.
Well, we don't know about that yet, bro. The file didn't mention...
The file said that something sharp was the murder weapon.
So perhaps he was stabbed by a knife and then dismembered?
Oh, then she's sorry, bro.
Was there none?
I think his voice file was missing there.
Every body part was checked, yet there weren't any traces of trauma on the body. Nice. Wait, Nikkei, did you say that we searched through every body part? Yeah, it was hard for my eyes to do it, but we managed to. What you said just reminded me. It seems like every part was carefully laid on the altar, but that's not the truth. One part, to be precise, the abdomen, was missing. Right, Shobai?
What are you asking me for? But the girl's right. The body is missing from hip up to the part below the chest.
It was also written in the Monaco file as well, if I recall correctly. The area around the stomach was missing.
Wait, the fact that they deliberately got rid of that part. That must mean there was some clue on the abdomen area. Ah, maybe they stabbed her there. They might have tried to hide the cause of death.
But why? I doubt there was a reason important enough for them to hide that.
There was, actually.
And what's that?
You might not know this, but the stabbing mark on the body is different depending on the hand that you use. To be short, you can determine whether the stabber is right-handed or left-handed using the mark.
Really? But what does that have to do with hiding the cause of death?
They say that only 10% of all people are left-handed. The majority are right-handed, and I reckon that this might be the likely situation among us as well. But what if the mark indicated that a left-handed person had stabbed the missing abdomen?
You're suggesting that the culprit is left-handed?
Kanade, I'm asking this just in case. What hand do you usually use?
My left hand.
Bingo.
That was amazing.
You thought of all of that just from the missing abdomen? How in the world does your thought process work? There is one thing I would like to ask Shobai. How did you know that Kanade was left-handed? You did suspect her based on the fact that the culprit was left-handed, right? That girl did some performance thingy on the second island, right? In front of the shrine. The guitar she used was left-handed.
You remembered that from long ago? Wait, maybe all this time were you just pretending that you weren't interested in us, but in reality you were? Don't make me laugh. You might be under the impression that you have finally solved the case with your incredible intellect. But if we're talking about lefties, there are plenty of people here who are left-handed besides me. Like Iroha. Wait, what? Me? And how did you know that I was left-handed? Wait, that doesn't matter right now. You always grip your pen with your left hand, right? How can anyone miss something that simple? And Shobai, you still haven't solved the contradiction of the gate records. You need to move the body from the pool to the ghost house in Block A somehow. Even with the inclusion of an accomplice in crime, that is still impossible.
I'm so sorry, Missy, but that ain't quite the case.
What?
Did you really think that I'd suspect you just from the stabbing marks? This is just a conviction. It's not like the abdomen was actually found and I had material proof of the stab wounds. I just tried to come up with a reason why the culprit had to go through the hassle of getting rid of that part.
Then how did you solve the contradiction of the gate records?
I'll go over them now. What do you think was the actual reason this contradiction occurred from both the ghost house and the pool in the first place?
Well, an alive person must use their handbooks in order to go through the gate. But since Setsuka couldn't do that as she was dead, only the inn records will get recorded.
So when we rolled out the places without any suspicious out records, only the pool and the ghost house were left.
Think about that once more. Only a virtual ID gets saved on the gate records, right? We all assumed that ID was Setsuka's just because it had no out records. So what? Just tell us already, Al. Hey, CA. To put it simply, all the gate records of the attractions can be manipulated.
What?
Wait. The gates have already... What? The gates already require you to use your handbooks to enter or leave. How in the world would you manipulate that? Who said anything about your own handbooks?
That's what he did!
Monocro never once mentioned that you have to use your own handbook. It simply stated that you need to use a handbook.
That means...
Yup. You can use a handbook of another person to go through the gate.
That's what he was doing!
Don't lie to us. How does that make that? How does that make any sense? Well, it does. I tried it.
Oh. So back when we first arrived on the third island... So the reason you took Iroha's handbook was to try that out?
Yeah. Everyone, do you know what this means? It means that our basis of the gate records was wrong from the start.
But even if what Shobai said is true, it only became harder or even impossible for us to identify who was who.
Nope. If you assume that the gate records were rigged and reverse the thinking process, the case begins to unfold. My theory is this. Tetsuka Chiyabukuro died at the pool, and the time of death was probably around this morning.
Morning?
Give me the records again. I'll go over them one by one for you. As you said, Setsuka Chiyabukuro went somewhere by the culprit's request, and that was the pool. Got that? If you look at the pool gate records, Setsuka Chiyabukuro's ID is probably IS3JZ2, who went in at 8:45. DJ6SX...
Mister.
What?
Mister.
DJ6SX7, or should I say Mr. Kanade over there, entered 1 minute ahead of her.
But that would mean that Miss Little Sis left at 9:22. Only 40 minutes to spare.
That's where the accomplice comes to play. I called out the twin sis as the accomplice, remember? 9:22 is exactly when she entered the pool, using the handbook of her little sis.
What's going on right now? I didn't quite understand.
Me too. Oh, I see. Kanade have her sis, who was waiting outside, the handbook from inside.
What?
The Kanade handed her sis, who was waiting outside, the handbook from inside.
Oh, okay.
The gates only check if a human being passes through them, so objects do not matter. The little tinker was shown the corpse by the slightly littler tinker. And just as we were told, she receives a mental shock and loses her sanity, becoming the best crime tool ever, an accomplice that loses her memory. After that, the littler tinker left the swimming pool at 9:54, setting up the pool sign so that no one will enter.
Wait, what? I thought that the out record at 9:54 was IS3JZ2. Wasn't that Setsuka?
According to this theory, she would have already died at that point. Now that it's been confirmed that you can use a handbook that belongs to another, that would have been Hibiki using Setsuka's handbook.
What about after that?
Crap, just say crap.
The later, I prefer to say tinker. The littler tinker came back at 12:54, carrying the tools needed to dismember the corpse. to use her own handbook at this time. After spending about 5 hours cutting the body up, they both left at 1724 and 1725 with the body pieces. They probably got rid of the sign at that point. The little tinker throws the sign over the gate at 1724. And the littler tinker puts the sign back in the swimming pool and leaves at 1725. I'm struggling with the littler.
I know.
It's as simple as that. Here, they can use their own handbooks this time. Now, what do you think will be the end result of the gate records if we follow these steps?
The end result? Well... Oh! Hibiki used Kanade's handbook when entering the pool, right? And since Kanade's ID already had an in record, it would show an out record. So when Hibiki left through the gates, the resulting output would have an in record.
I see. So that's how the pool had an ID without an out record.
If we apply Shoubai's theory, the actual reality of the pool gate records would be like this. 844 and 845, those two records here would be from Kanade and Setsuka respectively. And the out record at 922 was Hibiki using Kanade's handbook to enter the pool. Right. Okay. The out record at 954 was Kanade using Setsuka's handbook to leave. And she entered with her own handbook with tools at 1254. Finally, after she dismembered the body, both she and Hibiki left at 1725 to 1724, respectively. Here, even though Hibiki was already inside the pool, this is the first time she used her handbook on the gate, which resulted in an in output. Thus, the ID without an out record, NU30D2, was not Setsuka, but actually Hibiki. I don't know. That makes things more less complicated. So Kanade went in with Setsuka. And then Hibiki used Kanade's handbook to go back out. Who actually went in. Then Kanade used Setsuka's handbook to go out. To get her supplies. And Hibiki still there.
Kanade goes back in.
Kanade goes back in, her with her actual handbook. Then Hibiki